Hello, amazing virtual assistant. My name is Madu Chinaza, and I am passionate about helping others grow in this field. On my page, I share valuable tips, insights, and practical solutions related to virtual assistants and how you can grow as a virtual assistant. So, do well to subscribe to my channel and be rest assured that you're going to gain a lot from this channel. Okay, so today we're going to look at calendar management, what it is, how you can set your time zone, how you can add your client time zone to your calendar, how you can share or gain access to your client's calendar, and how you can schedule meetings or events for your client. All right. So, what is calendar management? Calendar management is the process of organizing, scheduling, planning events and meetings in order to ensure effective time management. All right. In a nutshell, is a way of organizing and managing your client's time properly and effectively. All right. So the first thing we want to look at is how to set your time zone and how to add your client's time zone to your calendar. All right. So let's dive into it.
If your phone is not giving you the right time zone, this is what you will do. You go to settings menu, you click on it, then click on settings. Once you click on settings, you go to time zone, all right, and then click on your own time zone. You check these are different time zone. You click on the particular time zone you want to. Okay, me, I'm using the West African Standard Time. All right, so I click on it, and that is it, setting your own time zone. Okay, so let's assume you want to add your client's time zone to your calendar to make your work more easy. All right, we'll go back to settings menu. All right, we'll click on it and then click on settings. Once you click on settings, you scroll down to time zone. All right, so note that the primary time zone is your own zone as the owner of the calendar, as a virtual assistant. All right, so you want to add the secondary time zone as your client's time zone. Looking at this primary time zone, it is active. All right, so we want to make our secondary time zone active. What you will do is to come to display secondary time zone. Okay, you click on it. Now you see that this secondary time zone is active and this is your client time zone. All right, you click on this drop down menu. Okay, once you click on it, you go ahead to select your client time zone. Do you understand? You go ahead, select your client time zone. All right, we'll just select uh, anyone, and then the next thing you want to do is to label it if you're maybe confused about it. But then let's say you want to label your time zone for this particular one, which is my own time zone. I can name it mine, and then the secondary time zone, which is my client's time zone, I can name it client. All right, so let's say you're working with different clients with different time zone and you want to add their own time zone to your calendar. All right, you come down to work clock. This is how your own will look like. Right, you come down to work clock. What you do is to activate it. Once you activate it, you will get the option of add time zone. You can add as many as time zone you want. All right, let's say we are adding extra two. You click on add time zone. This will come out. Then you click on this drop down arrow, all right, and select the other time zone you want to add. All right, let's say we'll select this. I still want to add another one. I click on time zone again and then click on the drop down arrow and still select the time zone I want to. All right, so now we've selected three different time zones. Remember the first one, the secondary time zone, and under work clock, we selected extra two time zone. If you want to remove any time zone, it's as simple as that. You come to this um, remove time zone, this cancel arrow, and click on it. You see, it's gone. But let me add it back. All right. So that is it for adding your client time zone to your calendar. Now we'll go back to see what we have done. If you come down here, you see mine. This is my own time zone, and this is your client's time zone. All right. Where you have clients, that's your own client time zone. Now, for the two other time zone added, you come down to where you have July 2025, you see the two time zone we've added. All right. I hope you understand this part. Okay.
So that is it for setting your time zone and adding your client's time zone to your calendar. So let's look at how you can share or gain access to your client's calendar. Okay.
We're going to look at the different method of um, gaining access to your client's calendar. We're going to assume that this is your client's calendar, or you want to share your calendar with someone. So let's assume that this is you sharing your calendar, or this is your client wanting to share calendar with you. All right. So you go down to where we have my calendars. Under my calendars, you will see the name of the calendar that is present. All right. Beside it, you click on the three dots. So when you click on the three dots, all right, this will pop out. You click on settings and sharing. Once you click on settings and sharing, you scroll down to share with. All right, this is our share with. Okay. So when you scroll down to share with, you click on add people and groups. All right. So what you have to do now is to add the email you want to share your calendar with, or your client adding your email here. All right. So the email I want to use is this. You click on it. Very important part of this is that your client has to give you permission. All right. There are different types of permission that your client can give you, but for your client hiring you as a virtual assistant, I want you to take in charge of his calendar. He's going to give you permission that will enable you do all that. So it's either he click on mark changes to event, or mark changes and manage sharing. So I'm going to click on mark changes and manage sharing. All right. We click on it, and then we click on send. So you now as a virtual assistant will receive this as a mail and then approve it. Let me bring in the mail and show you how it looks like. So this is the mail you will receive. Okay, telling you that Madu Chinaza is inviting you to make changes and manage sharing on the calendar. Chinaza Madam, using my two different calendar. Okay, I go ahead to accept this invitation by clicking join shared calendar. All right, you click on it. Remember, this is now your own calendar as the virtual assistant. The illustration I did earlier is from the angle of the person sharing the calendar, and this part now is the angle of you that the calendar was shared with. All right, so you click on add. After you might have clicked on join shared calendar, this is the next step. You click on add. Once you click on add, this will show here. Okay, this will show here that you have accepted and you can have access to this particular calendar below here. All right. So for you not to get confused in working with calendars, what you will do is to deactivate your own and work on your client own. Or when you want to work on your own calendar, you activate it and deactivate your client's calendar so that you will not make mistakes. All right. So that's the first method of adding your client to your calendar. Okay. Let's look at the second method. Remember, this video is a full package where you get to know all you have to know about calendar management. All right. Now let's look at the second method in which you can get access to your client calendar. All right. So you want to send them a request. What will you do? When you come down to other calendars, you see the addition icon, you click on it and then click on subscribe to calendar. All right. Once you consider this will come out, then you will put in the mail of the person you want to get access to his or her calendar. All right. So let's say this is the mail you want to send your request. Okay, you put it and click on it. It will bring out this box for you to write a note to the person. Okay, you can say, hello sir, this is Chinaza, can you give me access to your calendar? Or hello sir, this is me, your virtual assistant, can you give me access to your calendar. Either ways, all right. So the next thing you want to do is to send request. Now he will receive it as a mail and then proceed to give you access to his calendar. All right. So let's check the mail he will receive. Remember, this is your own angle. Let's check from his own angle. All right. So this is the mail your client will receive from you. Hello, sir. This is Chinaza. Please, can you give me access to your calendar? You see? So what he will do is to click on this link. Okay. Then once you click on this link, it will bring him to this place. Okay. You see that your email is already there. What he have to do is to give you the type of permission which he wants to. All right. Remember, since you are his virtual assistant and he wants you to be in charge of his calendar, he will mark this or this, make changes to events, or make changes and manage sharing. All right. Once you click on it, he will send it. You will still receive another email. Let's see what you will receive. So you will also receive this email. Remember the first method, all right? You will also receive this email to join the calendar. It's just like bringing you to the point that you will also accept to join the calendar because he has given you the permission, all right? We click on join shared email and you succeeded in gaining access to your client's calendar.
If you're still here, that means this video is adding value, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All right. Now let's look at how you can schedule meetings or events for your client. All right. I'll read out the tasks and we'll solve the problem together. Now here is the task. Please schedule a recurring online meeting titled Monthly Marketing Strategy section for the first Monday of every month, which will last for 4 months. Time 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Include the agenda in the invitation and send out a notification 1 hour before the meeting starts. Alright, so how do we go about this? So what are we going to do is either you click on the empty cell or you click on create. Okay, click on event. Okay, if you don't know when to use event, tax or appointment schedule, please do well to comment on the comment section so that I'll make video on it. Okay, so another important part is to always add your title whenever you're scheduling a meeting, an appointment, a tax, whatever it is. Always add your title. It is very important. All right, I've already copied it. I'll just go ahead to paste it. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to click on more options to have a better view of what you're doing. So I'll go ahead to input my date. Okay, so this program is starting September. All right, so I'll click on 1st of September. Okay, then what is the starting time? 3 o'clock. And when is it ending? 4:30. All right, is the meeting all day? Which is not. We have given a time for it, so we're not going to mark this. Okay, this meeting, does it repeat? Yes, but it has a condition. Okay, so click on this. So we click on this drop down arrow, and then is it daily? No. Weekly on Monday? No. Monthly on the first Monday? Yes. Remember that the meeting will occur on the first Monday of every month. Okay, we'll click on it. But if you still want to customize, maybe the one of the tax is not in the listed, you can go ahead to customize to um whatever the tax wants you to do. Okay, then another thing I want to do here is when is this um when is this going to end? Here you have never, but I'm going to click on so that I'll put the date that this meeting will end, which is oh, December 2025. Okay, then I'll click first Monday of December 2025 is on the first, so I'll click on 1st of December 2025 and then click on done. Okay, so we are done with the date. Look at what we have here, monthly on the first Monday until December 2025. All right, so Remember, it's an online meeting, so we have to click on Google Meet video conference to generate the link. Okay, here we go. This is the link for this meeting. All right. So there will not be any need for adding location here because it's not a physical location. We'll move on to notification. Remember, we are asked to notify the guest 1 hour before the meeting, okay, by email. So we click on notification here and click on email. Remember 1 hour, then you now put one here, change this to hour, okay. In a situation where you are also asked to send another email 30 minutes before the time, you can still go ahead to add notification, click on email, then change this to 30. Okay, it's already in minutes. Okay, so that is it. Okay, you can go ahead to change the color of your choice. Okay, then another important place is to leave here as busy in case there's another meeting scheduling. Okay, they will see that your client is busy between so time to so time on the said date. All right, so we're not going to click on free, we leave it at busy. Remember, we are asked to include the agenda to the notification. What I will do is just to go here, copy this, go here, click on copy. All right, and then come down here and paste. Okay, so this is it, and I can still go ahead to format this to my choice, maybe make this one bold or underline it. Okay, if you have a link you want to insert, this is where you click to insert your link. Okay, so that is it. Moving on, we will now have to add the guest. Here is where you add all the guests you're asked to add using their email. Okay, for instance, let me use this as one of the guests. Okay, we have the organizer, and then all the email that is involved in this meeting will line up here. Okay, the next thing we are going to look at is the permission. Your client may ask you to allow them invite others and also allow them to see um, guest list. Okay, if you are given that instruction, there is no need of touching here. But if you're asked to modify the event, that means you're not going to allow them to invite others or see guest list. You click here. Okay. So that is it. After you might have clicked here, the next thing I would advise you to do is to always cross-check your time, your date, and everything you have imputed, okay? So that you will not make any mistakes. Then after that, you click on save. And once you click on save, this will come out. Would you like to send invitation emails to Google Calendar guest? You send. Okay, but for the sake of this video, I am not sending. I'll click on do not send. Okay, so this is our meeting. Okay, by now I know you can schedule meeting or event for your client. Hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.